Good Thursday morning, everybody. Sitting here with the somebody. Everybody say whole t-shirt. Thank you, little Debbie. Shout out to everybody this morning. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. I'm in my office behind the tree. Yeah, this is called my office. So, this is what I want to talk about today. Being black and brown in America. We know that we're living in a whole new administration at the White House. And I don't want nobody to go, oh, Joe Biden this and Barack Obama that. No. We're not going to do that today. This is what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about what's going on right now. Okay? And here's the problem. You're sitting on your hands and you're not doing nothing. Okay? Because it seems like, oh, I don't get involved with politics and this and that. Everything in life is based on politics. Everything. I don't care what you do in life, it's all about politics. A lot of people are selfish because it's about me. I like to send praises out to the Garcia family, who Abreu Garcia was taken down to El Salvador illegally, deported. The Supreme Court ruled 9-0 to bring him back. But yet you got the press secretary of the White House talking about the Supreme Court ruled in favor of this administration, which is a total lie. See, when you try to manipulate everything in an authoritarian movement, dictatorship movement, the president of El Salvador lost his election, but he brought in the military and took over El Salvador. The United States is paying money to import people to concentration camp. It's another 19-year-old that was sitting on the stoop with his friends in the Bronx. ICE agents came, swooped down on him, and he wasn't even a person they was looking for. He's a person that never committed a crime, nothing. They say take him anyway. When you black or brown right now in this administration, if you can't look and see what's going on, then you just need to keep it moving. I'm trying to get out this sun. They're trying to gut every department in the government, and y'all thinking that Mr. Tesla is doing a good job. Only thing he did was eliminate agencies, and all it came out to was $156 billion. So you firing people to get up to $1 trillion. It's not gonna happen. The person sitting in the White House is putting out tariffs. Republicans know that Congress is supposed to pass a bill on tariffs. We're gonna lose this war, especially black and brown, those who migrated here, immigrants, Haitian, Cuba. But they're not going after those who come from Poland and Germany and France. It's going after black and brown. The reason why I want to talk about this topic is because it's important to not only me, but the generation of my grandkids. See, a lot of y'all don't look at it that way. What about the grandkids? What about the women? I look at you men today. You're not the men like my grandfather. Father took care of the family, made sure everybody was good, and you come last. It's all about me. Our news is being suppressed. A lot of important things happening in the black community, in the brown community, and you're not paying attention to it. Alexandria Cortez and Bernie Sanders are out in red states, holding rallies in an off election year, getting 12, 15, 20,000 people, because we don't need oligarchs in this country. This administration is trying to gut every agency so they can say, hey, This is ruined. This don't work. Now you're talking about selling property and land of the United States to other countries. Y'all need to really get up upon what's going on. If you voted for this administration, FAFO, because now you understand. Certain people of color thought it wasn't going to affect them. Social Security, Medicaid, all this stuff. There was 4 of our servicemen that got killed about 3-4 weeks ago, and this administration have not acknowledged them at all. When you made the mistake, when you said you made a mistake and sent Garcia to El Salvador, now you're trying to find every dirty thing to manipulate, because they're manipulating social media. Or he's MS-13, or he had this on his keychain, or he had this tattoo. And the judge, federal judge, told them to bring them back. And you're defying the federal judge. You strike birds, and now you're defying the Supreme Court. And when you want to defy the Supreme Court now need to have their own investigation. Okay. Damn, you hater. Okay, I'll leave. Jesus Christ. It came out of nowhere and wanted to sit here and bird me up this morning. I can't do this with this noise here. But what I'm trying to say is, when are we going to learn that we got to do something within our own community? I used to hear people talking about, oh, Barack Obama didn't do nothing for the black people. Okay, let me ask you a question. What have you done for the black people in your own community? What have you done? Okay? And that's why we lose. We don't win. You know why we don't win? Because we're too busy worrying about the wrong things in life. Now that some of the uneducated people found out that all these high-end Gucci and Birkin and Prada is made in China, they've been making that stuff. You just don't understand. It's been like that forever. Everything is made in China. Everything Trump got is made in China. Everything you wear is made in China. It's called labeling. Labeling. I can go and put out a hot sauce right now. All I gotta do is find a company that make hot sauce, design my own label, and you got Van Silk hot sauce. Same thing with women with lipstick. They got labeling companies where you can have your own lipstick box and you can have this and that, and you sell it. Yeah, some of the product that they make in China when it comes to everything they make. Oh, you got bootleg this and that. Oh, the Chinese are selling on the land, on Canal Street. Hey, listen, the material might be just a little different. When they sitting out here hitting with the Louis Vuitton bag, you can go buy the material. All they do is put in a gold label on these products, and now it's worth 1,000 times more. Yeah, it's great to have good quality stuff to wear. You know, but I can guarantee you, with all this Nike sneakers, with all the Nike product that's being sold, I can guarantee 80% of the people who's walking around with, I would call it still bootleg Nike. You know, you go to these sneaker conventions and like, hey, the little stitch in there. You know what? Ain't nobody gonna get on me and check for a stitching. Just don't try to sell it as is authentic. But my whole point saying about being black and brown in America, man, we have a whole lot to go through. We went through a whole lot through the whole civil rights movement. Some of y'all wasn't even born for the civil rights movement. And then y'all want to complain about everything. Oh, they do that to us. But meanwhile, Y'all can send all the Mexicans back if you want. But who's gonna cut them grass? Who's gonna pick them fruits and vegetables for the supermarkets? The price is not gonna go down. Everything's been hit with 25, 30, 40, 50, 75 cents. Trust me. If you watch all the supermarkets, they done cut down the sizes of canned goods. They done cut it down just a little bit just to keep making that money. Potato chip bags, they don't put as much as they put in there before. But we're not gonna teach people, we're not gonna teach America a lesson. Instead of making coffee in your house, you get up and you go to Starbucks. You buy a $7 coffee every morning. $7, $35, $40 a week. Some people spend more than that a week at Starbucks. You're spending 15% of your salary, depending on what you make, and something that you could just make at home because it says Starbucks on it. I'm not afraid to say I'm black and I'm proud. I'm here for our people who want to learn and get knowledge and be educated. I'm here for our people who are trying to get out of poverty and work their way out. You black men need to start taking care of your kids and get to your sons. Help that mother raise that boy. And you women, y'all need to start setting an example for your teenage daughters and stop trying to dress like and be like them, trying to be like you 20 when you're 35 and 40 and your daughter's going down the wrong path and you know it. Every girl on TikTok, they all do the same dance. They all do the same stupid shit. But if you look at TikTok in China, they don't have this. It's all about education. They don't have the stupidity we have here in America. And it just amazed me, like I said, how all you black people were just sitting up here, oh, we can buy stuff from China. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, you can go to Shein and Temu and all that. You might get the lesser quality. It's on you. But this is what I'm going to say. You're paying attention to the wrong thing. You're advocating the wrong thing. There's so much hate within the black community. It's sad. The killings, black on black crime, it's gotten worse. And they want to put everything, black rapper this, the black rapper that. Not every black kid is a rapper. Carmelo Anthony right now, because he stabbed that kid because he was approached. The judge was a Republican black judge, and she's getting racial threats because she lowered the bail from $1 million to $250,000. But you got to listen to the correct story. A lot of people is posting stuff that's not fact-checking. Fact-check before you post. Don't believe every memes that come up on your timeline. Go and Google and see. There's a lot of fact-checkers on Google because Facebook took away all fact-check. They don't fact-check no more. That's why you see all the craziness on your page. That's manipulating your feed. And the important stuff you don't want to pay attention to. Oh, Roland Martin is this and Don Lemon is that. Y'all are just so much of a bunch of hate on your own people. Farrakhan told you about the hate. Malcolm X told you about the hate of your own black people. And y'all are no better today. I come to another section of my office and these birds want to bounce, telling me evidently they probably said I didn't pay rent to stand underneath this tree. They whistle while you work. They whistle me out. And all I'm just saying is, when are we going to get it together? I do the most and best I can. Today ain't a hip-hop day. Does not mean I'm not going to do anything to the hip-hop, for the hip-hop summit or 52nd anniversary of hip-hop or whatever. My thing comes down to, it ain't always about that. That's not a big part of my life. That's just a small part. We trying to survive. And a lot of us right here are senior citizens, on our way to being a senior citizen. You get disability, Social Security, Medicaid, food stamps, whatever you get that you really need. And y'all just acknowledge the information that's being passed on to you. Instead of saying, hey, you gotta share knowledge. Knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is the key. Nah, Y'all look at it and keep it moving. Pay attention to what's going on in society. Because it's only going to be important when it hits home. When it hits your home, oh, yo, they done got me. They done screwed me over. But see, you ain't standing up. You ain't saying nothing. You're being quiet. I'm a raptivist, not a hip-hop activist. I'm a hip-hop, I'm going to call it hip-hop activist because I'm not a raptivist because I'm not a rapper. But I'm a social awareness activist. That's what I want to be. Social awareness. I'm not going to respond to anybody who make comments on my page if I post something about this person or I'm not going to respond. Because I'm not going to let nobody get underneath my skin. If you feel different, then go and post what you feel on your page, but you won't. Because it's all about me, 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 me. This ain't directed at nobody. This is directed at everybody. On the Black Culture News Network, I'm posting what I feel, from my opinion, that we should know that's not being put out there, that is being suppressed. Make your comments, give your opinion. I'm going to keep posting. I'm not here to debate with you, have a conversation with you about politics. I'm not doing that with anybody no more. But if you want to have a civil conversation and you can admit that this administration right here is a piece of crap, oh, well, Joe Biden this, and he that, and Kamala Harris is this, and she slept her way to the top. Oh, wait a second. So you actually think Donald Trump's his daughter-in-law, who's co-chairman of the Republican Party, you think she got there because she got brains and she's intelligent? You got the girl, the Press Secretary Levitt, that sat there and just lied yesterday. When they gonna hold these people to contempt of court? The Supreme Court did not rule in favor of this administration to release Garcia. They ruled in favor to bring him home. And the Supreme Court need to get some balls and go and get their own investigating the Department of Justice Pam Bondi, who is a lawyer. Talk about all these unelected federal judge don't have no right about the law. Wait a second. Pam Bondi, you are an unofficial elected Department of Justice head. You was not elected. You were selected. Okay? The judge rules by law, Constitution. But see, I noticed everything they want in their favor. And as soon as it's not in their favor, it's a problem. If you can't sit up here and see that racism sits within that side, something is wrong. Senator went to El Salvador yesterday. He couldn't even get with the vice president. El Salvador don't have nothing to hold Garcia on. United States claiming he's this and that. And here's the problem. Basically, you telling me President of the United States is letting somebody from El Salvador talk about, I don't want to release a terrorist back to the United States. The United States said they will send a plane to pick him up. You're playing with somebody's life who didn't get no kind of justice, no nothing, just to deport him. Oh, I guess there's nothing wrong with the border no more, but Mr. Holman, you could just tell he's a racist. Look at him. If you was in the woods, black or brown, and he out hunting, he would shoot you and say, I thought that was a bear or a deer. Y'all know this. But you know what? I don't know what you watch, but stop knocking our own people who are out here giving you the correct message. And you know it's the right message. But you want to sit up here because I don't like this person because, oh, he gay. Don Lemon because he gay. Or Joy Reid. Or I don't like Roland Martin because he think he know everything. Well, you know, Roland Martin is way smarter than a whole bunch of y'all. He been left CNN. He don't want him. He wants to get the message out there. Isaac Hayes, the fan base. Isaac Hayes Jr. fan base, social media platform. But see, y'all want to just not understand that they done taught black people not to unite with each other. They don't want us to unite. They want us to be separate. You know that. I support AOC and Bernie Sanders. And all the MAGA followers are starting to understand. Whoa, wow. And then you got those who say, I made a mistake for voting for Trump again. Why did you vote for him again when you know what he did the first time? All the important people that do the job to protect this country, they're leaving. You're getting rid of the prosecutors are leaving because Trump want anybody who would agree with him on his bullshit. But you don't mess with North Korea and Russia like that. Because you know what? Because they're just like you. They rule in a dictatorship. Trump wants to have a parade with the military on his birthday. How much is that going to cost the United States of America for this mother? And it's also the anniversary of this something, unfortunately, both land on the same day. But for you to have you want the military to march 4 miles, basically to salute you on your birthday. What they said was going to cost almost $80 million for this to happen? What has Elon Musk really done? Putting up a meme, oh, Elon Musk did this, they have not shown any data, no paperwork, no facts. They just put things out there and you believe it. Because they sucked you in. To go to show you that evidently you ain't learned nothing in school. Okay? You ain't learned nothing. The intelligence level of American today is the lowest. They done did everything to disengage this country. When Barack Obama took over, this country was the car industry, everything. Barack had to get and clean it up. Oh, well, Barack didn't do this for the... Oh, he's the people's president. Just because of skin color. It's like yours and mine don't mean, oh, we're just going to forget about everybody. President's supposed to serve everybody. You're supposed to serve and treat every governor in every state, whether they're Republican or Democrat. California is the biggest state. They get about $42 billion in California a year. They're the largest state. You got a problem with the governor. You don't want to support Zelensky, who said, I'm willing to sit down and talk, but yet Putin don't. You said day one, you was going to get these guys together and end the war. When you got people like Stephen Miller, who you can just look at him and tell him he's a racist. Steve Bannon is over here working on the outside. Trust me, he got so many outsiders that's working through this project 2025. It's unbelievable because he claimed to not know anything about it. You're holding up major company CEOs. You extorting them for money because you want to be the richest man in the world. But Zuckerman and Bezos and all you guys sold out America. Robert F. Kennedy don't know what the hell he's doing. Jim took all the stuff for Black history out of Florida schools from K to 12. Kids can't learn nothing about our Black history. And they're doing it all over the world. They're doing it in libraries. They're taking statues down. They're just telling us like there is no Black people that did anything in this country. And you're not saying nothing. You ought to sit on your hands. It's gonna be a dark day in America soon. You're playing around with Canada, who can shut off the lights in about 12 states in this. They can shut the lights off, electricity. Messing with China. You know, you people talk about, oh, I'm gonna order stuff from this and listen. No matter what price you get, you're still gonna pay custom costs or whatever it costs to get it here. Okay? See, Temu them got anything that you buy from Temu China is already sitting here in the United States. It's sitting here already in the big warehouses that they got to fulfill the orders. But black people so like, oh, I can buy a Gucci bag and nobody gonna see if it's fake or real. That's what you're impressed about, Gucci or Prada, or having a chain around your neck? Illiteracy is at a high. Nothing is working in this country, but yet y'all accept it. You don't say nothing. It's because it's all good. Until it hits your doorstep, then you're gonna have a problem. This is your brother Van Silk for the Black Culture Network today, speaking my mind. If you don't like what I'm saying, it's too bad. Because at the end of the day, hip-hop is just part of my life. It ain't my whole life. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about the same thing every day. Anything that I'm working on, as we progress and move forward in it, you get the information. But meanwhile, I'm gonna do what I love. Helping our people. Black community need to get together. Everywhere. You know, as a kid going to school, we used to have the Black Liberation Day. My mother said, what is that? You going to school. You know, we just get Black History Month. It's Black Liberation Day every day. Or Black Solidarity Day. That's what it was, Black Solidarity Day. To all those who fought for us, Marcus Garveys and the Kings and Rosa Parks and Ralph Abernathy and the Jesse Jacksons and the Andrew Youngs and all the representation in Congress. Shout out to Representative Al Green, who stood up, got censored in Congress, might lose his chair in one of the committees. Shout out to Jasmine Crockett. Y'all black man, oh, she thinks she ghetto and she think she's more intelligent than a lot of y'all. She got more balls than a lot of y'all. A lot of male chauvinistic stuff is still going on in America. They don't want the woman to be in charge, and I can understand. We got a whole issue that was in Dalton, Illinois with Tiffany Hennet, mayor. Just didn't know what to do, just disgusting. You got the sheriff, the police chief in Memphis, Tennessee. Ain't charged not one person basically who all these rappers getting killed in Tennessee. You have Fannie Willis, her crap. You messed around and lost the case. But yet, just because you black don't mean that you're going to do the right thing when you get in office. You have another mayor in Chicago who went to Ghana and Africa. It had nothing to do, you spending the taxpayer dollars. Call himself Mayor Kobe. But it starts small, in your home, in your block. I'm going to go because this loud ass garbage truck, I can't get away from him on Wednesday and Thursday morning. I hope he turns. Go. Waste management. I need to know not on Thursdays to come out early, unless I come out early. But what I'm just trying to say is, a lot to think about. Again, this is Van Silk, Black Culture News Network. I'm out.